Fantastic program. So right, let's get started without much ado, without much words. So we have, code file on the left side, right side, and there are two libraries we are using here. One is data science related web apps library. Other one is pandas, which is a data analytics and data science library. Now we want to display a map today. We want to display a map. Okay. So let's create a map. So it's very easy to create a map. So before I do anything, I want to run this code. So for that, I open the command prompt. So CMD. And in the CMD, my file, this app.py file, this Python code file is in C drive Streamlit folder. It is in C drive Streamlit folder, and we'll run that Streamlit run and app.py. So app.py. You can see it loads a web page, but there is nothing as of now in the web page. Yeah, it is just showing the previous content. Okay, it is just showing the previous content, and I have not saved it. So I've saved it now. So there is nothing in this web page. Nothing in the web page. Okay. So keep that in mind. We are going to write the code. Okay. We are going to write the code. Okay. So now, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to create a set of latitudes and longitudes. A set of latitudes and longitudes. Okay. So we'll create a table where one column contains latitude values, other column contains longitude values, and we are going to show a map with coordinates. We are going to show a map with coordinates. So let's put a title. So the title is, you can give any title, but I just want to put a title displaying a map. We are going to display a map. So that's the title. Right. Now, I'm going to create a small table using pandas. So using pandas, pandas has two classes. One is called data frame. Other one is called series. So I'm using data frame. Data frame is to create tables with columns and rows. So I'm using data frame, and I use a dictionary, Python dictionary. So I'll take latitude values, latitude. So I'll take 4 latitude values. So 37.7749, okay, and 34.0522, and then 40.7128. So this, you can take any latitude values, but I'm just taking this, and I'll take longitude values, longitude. So you already know what is latitude and what is longitude. So I don't need to explain that to you. And I'll take minus 122.4194, then minus 118.2437, and minus 74.0060. So 4 latitude values, 4 longitude values. I'll close this dictionary. Then I close this data frame function. Okay. Now these are, 3 latitude values, 3 longitude values. Okay. These are the values, and I want to show them on a map. So we have a function called map function. So, and I want to show this on a map. So I will assign this table to a variable called data. Okay. And we'll show that on the map. So let's see whether my browser is able to load it or not. So let's see. Now it is loading the map. Okay, you can see these 3 points, latitude and longitude. This is 1 point. This is another point. So let me zoom in. So you can use the latitude and longitude of anything. One is San Francisco, another one is San Diego, and the third one is New Jersey. Okay. So you can also give India's latitudes and longitude values, and you can map it. Okay. Of course, we can change these markers. Here you can see markers, red color markers. Okay. But you can change this marker. So it is very simple to call a map. Just use map function. You can call a map. Okay. Right. So is everybody able to see my screen? Some update has happened on my side. Okay. Right. I think you are able to see my screen. Right. So map function automatically renders a map using latitude and longitude values from the data frame. Now this time we are going to create a small code. We are going to create a file download link. So we are done with this program. So I will just write another title. So this is going to be file download example. This is file download example. So we are going to make a file available. So how are we going to do it? We'll create our own data frame with the same function. We'll create a small data set and with two columns, name and age. So we'll use the same data frame function, which is actually a class. Okay. So we'll take a name column in the data, and the names are Anand, then Banu, third one is Chandu. So these are the three names, and we'll take their respective ages, 35, 25, and 45. No, this is a small table. Okay. Now we make this table available for download. So we'll make table available for the download. So we'll assign this table to a variable called data. Okay. So right. Now we will make this data available as a file to download. So we'll take the data. This is a pandas object called data frame. Pandas are data analytics and data library. Okay. Data analytics and data science and AI library or machine learning library. It is used in all those scenarios: AI, ML, data science, data analytics, business analytics, deep learning. In every case, we use this. So we'll take this pandas data frame and we'll convert it to CSV file. CSV. I told you what is CSV file in that. And every file that we use or every data that we use, it will have an index number in Python. So make the index number false and do the encoding. Any data you take, you convert it to your computer readable format, that is UTF-8. Of course, I'm not explaining it in detail. Encode it to UTF-8. Okay, and assign it to a variable called CSV. Okay, so somebody asked a question. Attendance link, sir. Definitely will give attendance link because you will get participation certificate. So now, so far we did. So I'll remove this thing. Okay, right. So now what we do is we'll create a download button. And when people click on that, it will download this data. It will download that data. So let's see how to do it. So download button is a function. Use this download button. And this download will display a message called download CSV. And the file that we are downloading is CSV file. You can see here, it is a CSV file. We are downloading CSV file. And the file name, we download it as data.csv. And the file is in the text format, that is CSV format. Okay. You need to study little about, okay, these file formats. Okay. That is very important if you really want to work with the files. So look at this function. Download underscore button. It creates a button that allows users to download the file. So let's save this. It created a button, and this button allows users to download a file. Click on this. It downloaded the file, data.csv. So it downloaded the file with the name data.csv. Let's click on it. It opens the Excel file with Anand, Banu, Chandu, 25, 35, 45 respective ages. Okay. Can you please maximize the size of code tab? Code tab, you mean to say this one on the right side? Do you mean to say whatever is on the right side? Okay. I will do it. Just a minute. Is that okay? I think this is little better. Okay. Right. Now there are few more basic things that I want to teach you, but before that, I want the data to be displayed in columns. We did it in the first class. Okay. Or let me share, keep it 50% on both sides. 50% this and 50% this way. Okay. So that you can see code more clearly. So now let's give a generic title. I'm not going to change title every time. So let's call it as my web page. Okay. My name is Singham Ravi Babu. So I just write it SRB. Okay. Right. So, or else if you don't like it, so I'll just change it to, let me put a generic name. So my web page, development with AI. Okay. So my web page, development with AI. So a lot of people doesn't know how to use AI in the development. I'm just making one point. On the YouTube, people see a lot of advertisements and they think they buy those courses for, using AI for application development in software development. But most of the programs are fraudulent. They are frauds. Okay. So there is a special way to use these AI tools in application development. So application development, you want to see those parameters? Just a minute. Okay. So application development. So there is a special way to use AI in application development, and we can learn directly from their documentation. They have a documentation, very, very thorough documentation, and you cannot directly download it and understand it. It takes a lot of time to understand. So, but we can use a thorough documentation style. Okay. We can read the thorough documentation and we can use AI in the application development. Okay. Right. So yeah, we got a message, guys. For these class videos, go to Tech Icons YouTube channel. Tech Icons YouTube channel, please paste the link there. Okay. Right. So now let's create 3 columns of data. And we did it in the previous class, but we also want to do it today. Okay. For those who have missed those classes, So I'm going to create 3 columns. There is a function called columns. Use this function. And inside this function, you specify a number. It will create that many columns. So the first column, I want to call it as column 1. Second column, column 2. Third column as column 3. So this columns function will create 3 columns. Each column is assigned to the respective variable. First column, second column, third column. Okay. Now we'll create 3 columns, and in each column we'll put some text. So with column 1. Okay. So under column 1, we need a header. The header is column 1. Okay. Right. And also we want to put an image there. So image, we want to use an image called dog.jpg. Okay. In the first column, we'll have that image. You can see dog.jpg. This is the image. Okay. Now we'll have second column. With column 2, we will use a header. It is column 2 header. Heading is column 2. Okay. And we'll use cat.jpg image for that. So it created a second column with cat image. And now we'll use third column. So we did this earlier, but that day I was fast. So today you can see how we create column 3, and we'll use a image called oval.jpg image. So now we'll take these ideas one by one. So we have created 3 columns. Did we create any tables using HTML? No. We don't need to create tables. Okay, most of the time you can avoid the tables. Of course, I'm not saying you should completely avoid them, but there are times we should be able to avoid them. Okay, right. So now what we'll do is we'll take the same images idea. We'll integrate a selectable image gallery. We'll create a selectable image gallery. So let's do it. So I'm going to remove this content. So I'll clean it entirely. Okay. And, I will use a library. I spoke about this library. So somebody put a question. How to do if you want the picture at same size? I'll talk about it. So we'll come to the topic. Just have some patience. Okay. Definitely, this question was already asked by some other guy in the earlier classes. Okay, to handle images, we have a library called Pillow, Pillow. Go to command prompt. Here you have to type pip install Pillow, Pillow. Pillow, you all know it. Pillow, we use it, to support our head during sleep. Okay, while sleeping, you use pillow. Or in Telugu, you can call it as metta or dindu, whatever. So, right, that library is called, after installing, it is called pill. So this library has a special class called image. This class will help us to handle images. Now we are going to use image. We'll integrate a selectable image gallery. So you can select the image and you can see it as if it is in a gallery. So I'm going to take 3 images. Okay, 3 images. So the first image is cat image that is already there on my computer. So it is cat.jpg. Okay, that image is there. Then the second image is dog image. It is also already there on my computer. It is dog image.jpg. Third image is owl image. Okay, it is already there on my PC, owl.jpg. Okay, right. We have these 3 images. Right. Now we are going to create a small image gallery. So listen to this very carefully. So first, what we'll do is we'll create a select box. And that select box will display these 3 names: cat, dog, owl. Okay. So we'll create a select box. Yesterday also we have used select box. Okay, select an image to view. Select an image to view. Okay, it will display the text. And below that, it will show a drop down. In the drop down, we'll display, only keys. This is a dictionary. Images is a dictionary. So this dictionary has 3 keys: key, cat, key, dog, key, owl. Cat key has a value called cat.jpg. Dog key has a value called dog.jpg. Owl key has a value for owl.jpg. So I want to just use keys. Okay, this is a dictionary. So from this dictionary, I'll use just keys. Okay, so images dot keys. Okay, I'll convert these keys into a list. Okay, I'll convert these keys into a list. Okay, so right. So now we have converted it into a list and we'll assign it to a variable called option. So it will display cat, the select box, that is drop down box, will display cat, dog, vowel, and whatever you select, it will be stored in the option. Okay, option. Right. So that's number 1. Now then, okay, if you select any option, you should be able to display that image. So use the image class from the Pillow library. which is designed to handle different types of images. You can do a lot of wonderful things with that. Okay, go to Google and type pillow library, pillow Python library. So use the image class and open the image. What image you want to open? So, this option, whatever the option is, open that image. So images, so give this option. If this option is key, this option is cat, it will display cat image. If this option is dog, it will display dog image. If this option is oval, it will display oval image. So type the option. Okay, type the option. Now we will display the image. Just now we have used the image function to display the image. So we are going to use this image. So we'll display the image. Okay, we'll display the image. Okay, using, now we'll assign it to an image variable, actually, image variable. So we'll display the image and we will give a caption for that image. That is the option. Whatever image name you select, that is the option. And you can also use column width of the image to be true. Okay, don't limit the image column width. Okay, you can forget about that option. That's not a very important option. Let's save this. So you see it shows cat image. You can see from the drop down, you select dog, it shows the dog image. From the drop down, you select oval, it shows the oval image. So you see this is an image gallery, isn't it, guys? Isn't it? It's an image gallery. How quickly we are able to create the image gallery code. If you look at other languages, if you look at other people code, they will write 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 lines of code to create an image gallery. How many lines of code did we write? 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, if you consider this, only 5 lines of code we wrote. In 5 lines, we created an image gallery. Can I create more powerful image gallery? Yes, you can create more powerful image gallery, but we will come to that. Okay. Now, so we are learning things little by little. Now let's create a survey form. I want to create a survey form. Okay. A small form, that is a survey form where you can give your name, your age, and you can give your feedback. Then you have to click the submit button. Once you click the submit button, it will give your age and all that. So very, very, very simple survey form. It's not a difficult thing. But let's skip it because some of you may feel a little bored. But it has one option which is called text area for feedback. For that reason, to introduce that option, I'm discussing it. So let's put a title. Title is simple survey form. Simple survey form. We'll use this simple survey form and we'll ask the end user to give text input. That is for name. What is your name? So this is the first thing. And we assign it to name variable. Okay. So we assign it to name variable. Then we take number input. We already used these functions in the earlier classes, but we are going to make them complex going forward. So how old are you? That is a question we'll ask. And anybody have to enter a value between 0, minimum value. So nobody is less than 0 years old, and the maximum value. So what is the maximum age of a person? It cannot go beyond 120. Okay. So then feedback. So this is the one option we are discussing now. This is a text area. You can enter as much text as you want. It is not text input. It is a text area where you can enter multiple lines. Okay, you can enter a lot of information there. So text area is a function. So you can type here, share your feedback. Now we are going to create, because we are at the beginning, just we are in one sense, we are in the 3rd class. We started on Monday. Forget about previous week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We are in the 3rd class. Okay. But in another 17 classes or in another 16 classes, you are going to see mind-blowing applications. Okay, I will create a submit button. Okay, and this button will display the text submit. When you click this submit button, okay, we are defining what should happen. It will write your name. Thank you for your response. Okay, thank you for your response. And it will display your name. And after your name, it will put exclamation. That is one thing. And it will write your age. So that is stored in age variable. It will write your feedback. Now it appears that we have used it earlier, but I am guaranteeing there is something you will learn from this text area. Okay, because we are going to use text area in AI a lot. Okay, we are going to use this in AI a lot. So now you can see this application. So you can enter what is your name. So you can enter, my name is Vivek. What is your age? You can enter, age is 85. And can you share your feedback? Yes. I am learning at this age data science and AI applications. Okay. So how many of you want to see how to use AI in coding? Not like the videos they share in YouTube, but in an exceptional way, in a mind-blowing way. Okay. I'll give one example of using AI. Okay. Later. So I'll submit this and I can see, thank you for your response, Vivek. Age 85. Feedback, I'm learning at this age data science and AI applications. Okay. So right. So if you are really interested to learn how to implement AI, and if you want to learn coding in such a way where 200 people can work together without writing the conflicting code, I will give one scenario at the end of this program. So just remember this text area. It is not just a text box, text input. It is a text area. It is larger by default. Okay. So we have used text input, number input, text area, and submit button, ST button. It is not submit button. It is button. It is used to submit the form, and the input data is displayed on the submission. Okay, that's what it does. Right. Shall we create a to-do list? So most of you want to do so many things in a day, but can we create a to-do list? Shall we do it? How many of you want to see a to-do list? And how many want to, create a to-do list? And as people enter data, it will add the data to the to-do list. Okay, just a very creative, dynamic list. So let's see a to-do list. So now we are going to do a to-do list. So this is going to be an interactive to-do list. Okay, most of the people, every company will ask us to create a to-do list on a day-to-day basis. So they use third-party tools. But if you learn this and if you understand fully, you can make your organization to use your own to-do list. So let's see to-do list. And this is the last program that we are doing today, because today I'm ending the session early because I'm attending a function. So that's the reason I'm ending it early. So keep that in mind. So now actually there is something called session state. That means this web page, when it loads, it can remember its previous page, and that's previous, and it's another previous page, another previous page, previous page, previous page. It can go back a number of times, and it can also go forward a number of times. That is called session state. Session state. Can you please share the attendance link? Session state. So there is a function called session state. As long as the web page is open, as long as the web page is open, it can remember your login name. It can remember the information that you enter. It can remember your email ID, your username. It can remember your password. That is called session state. Okay. So we are going to just write if statement. So if tasks not in, okay. So session. So you can enter anything. except the word task, you can enter any task. Okay. So if task is not in session, so I'll explain this in a moment because you will take little time to understand it. Tasks. So this is a list. When you type brackets, it is a list. Okay. Now I'm going to create a new task. New task equal to, I'll explain it. If not possible today, I will explain it tomorrow. Okay. Input. So add a new task. So let me finish it quickly. Then we'll try to understand. Okay. So if submit button, that is add task. Just previously we have used submit button. Now we are calling it as task. If this button is clicked, so we'll take the current state, session state. Okay. And from there, we'll take the tasks and we'll append the task. And that is new task. Okay. And we'll use experimental return. I'll explain everything. Experimental rerun, not return. It is rerun. Experimental rerun. Okay. If there is a spelling mistake, we'll check it. And finally, yeah. And finally, we'll write the tasks dynamically. We'll write the tasks. Let's see. So your tasks. So let's see your tasks. You know, these symbols, they have specialization. I'll talk about those symbols in few days. I, comma, task. Okay. In enumerate. This function also I will explain tomorrow. Well, today we'll just write it. So enumerate state dot tasks. If there is a spelling mistake, we'll rectify it. Then we'll write. We use a f string. I'll explain. I told you about f string in one of our classes. Those who are there, they know I spoke about f string. Okay. Dot task. Task. Okay. Right. If there is spelling mistake somewhere, since I'm writing it very quickly, we'll rectify it. So you can add a task. So morning, what are you going to do today? Today I'm going to read for 4 hours. So add this task. Okay, you can see the number 1 task is read for 4 hours. Okay. Now what are you going to do again? So I'm go for walk. So we'll walk for 45 minutes. Add task. So you can see we are created an interactive to-do list. I'll explain it tomorrow. We'll see one more task added here. Then I'll explain it tomorrow because my time is up. I have to leave now. Okay. Then what do you do? So after 30 minutes walk, you will read a novel. So because you want to read something entertaining, so you want to read novel. So read novel. Add this to task. You can read the novel. You see, this is how you can create dynamic tasks. Did we write too much of code? No. You see, this is the code. Okay. I will explain it tomorrow in detail because this program needs a thorough explanation. I will do it tomorrow. Okay. As of now, just give the attendance, and attendance link is already shared. I will share the programs too. Have a great time ahead. We'll meet tomorrow. See you all. Bye. And I'll teach you how to use AI in application development and how to work 200 people at a time without creating conflicting code. Very soon I'm going to do that, but that will be a taster class in the end of this course. Okay. So this code is not, I will add that code. Okay. If any code is not visible, I will add it. Okay. Right. So I'll share my GitHub account, right? So just go through my GitHub account. Okay. I shared it. So I will update it. I'll update it. Any code that I add, if you don't see it here, I'll update it. So have a great time ahead.